So last time we were out at the range, we spent just a few minutes looking at some of these other pistol caliber carbines and things related to them. We were working with the Kalashnikov KR9. We were looking at the Glock 17, the kit from CAA. And it wasn't that long ago that we had the MP5 out and we were utilizing one of those ingenious pistol braces from SB Tactical. At that point, it was cold, it was windy, it was rainy, and we were more function testing than anything else. But today I have a couple new targets that I'm going to be adding to the range, so as soon as the ground unthaws, we can add it to the repertoire. They include some targets from shootsteel.com to add to the ones that we've been using for several years, and I have one other special one. But first, I've got to get these guns so they're actually sighted in. We set them up quickly last time just for practical accuracy. Today I actually want to be able to hit exactly what I'm shooting at, and if you stick around a few minutes, you'll see why. That's a little bit better. It doesn't take too long, and it really shouldn't take too much ammo. And I know people are super sensitive to ammo prices. I'm one of them. But it really doesn't take a lot. Just focus, concentrate, don't have a lot of distractions, and you can get whatever you have sighted in relatively quickly and easily. Sometimes practical accuracy is great with a submachine gun. For instance, I don't care if I can, punch a single ragged hole at 50 yards over and over and over. What I do care is that I spend the time practicing to become proficient enough, so maybe every now and then, at 35 yards, I can keep everything in a burst in an area, that big. And that is the type of accuracy difference that you get based on the platform that you're shooting and the reason that you're shooting it. Today, for instance, just general shopkeeping. A good excuse to get out to the range, enjoy these beautiful blue skies, and get these things that we had set up for practical accuracy dialed in so they actually do what they're supposed to do if I can do my part. If you follow the channel, or if you follow one of several channels across social media or visit them in person, you're going to see a lot of these shootsteel.com targets. These particular ones are two of the new poppers that are offered in the 2021 lineup, and I'll have a link in the description below the video that has some more information on those. But obviously you're going to be familiar with the shootsteel.com stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. You get the feedback right away, visually at distance, audially, regardless of where you are. You don't have to wonder if you hit. You know immediately that you got a hit, and that's really cool. When you're shooting long distances, it's kind of neat because you'll see the target move, or you'll see that glint of light before you hear the report come back. And when you're shooting suppressed firearms, it's even magnified that much more, because without hearing protection, when you're using a suppressor, since it isn't necessary as long as it's a good can, you get all that effect of that hitting that steel. And I think if it's something that you're new to, you'll be surprised at how much noise it makes. It sounds like a sledgehammer hitting that thing. Today served another purpose, as well as the obvious of getting my stuff zeroed and spending a day at the range. We're going to be spending some time very soon, as soon as the mercury rises a little bit, with another product. We're trying a new reactive target. It is the Firebird detonating target. And these are quite a bit smaller than the steel targets that we're used to shooting at. Here's one of my challenge coins, just so you have a size comparison of what we're dealing with. So I needed these tightened up just a little bit better than something I could hit a giant steel plate with most of the time. Now these things tend to like warmer weather than where I'm at right now, so we're not going to do the full review today, but it's going to give me an excuse to come back soon when the weather's warmer and have something that cool to look forward to. But I can't not just try a couple of them and see how they do. I'm going to put them right on those steel targets that we just sighted in at 35, 38 yards away. Let's check it out. That's pretty cool. That's really, really neat. You can see where I threw the first target off the steel instead of hitting it. The second target worked just fine because I actually hit it. So here's a quick little lesson that might help you do better when you go to the range. See the red paint all over my hands. Evidently, sticking an adhesive-backed target to a frozen cold steel target doesn't generate the best adhesion. Also, when the paint is still wet, it hinders it that much further. And as far as vision's concerned, if you have a red target and you place it on top of another red target and you utilize a red aiming point to shoot at them, everything tends to blend together. I know, who would have thunk it, huh? Just thought you might be interested in that. So that looked fantastic to me, but again, from what I understand, their best operating temperature is above freezing. So in order to be fair to the targets, I'll wait and hold off and do something a little bit more in depth here very soon once it gets a little bit warmer. But that one target that we utilized, it looked pretty impressive to me. One thing that I also thought was interesting is we're not limited to just high power rifle. Obviously, you'll notice that I fired that one with that KR9 Kalashnikov 9mm. You can utilize these with archery equipment and air gun equipment. And we have a lot more to look into here as we move forward. So thanks for joining me at the range today. We made it out before mud season and winter's actually in the rear view mirror. It was a good opportunity to come out and get some things zeroed anyway, and I couldn't do it without inviting you along with me. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click like, share us with your friends in your vast social media universe. Subscribe to the channel both on YouTube and on Full 30. You can join us on Patreon to get early releases of these things, and you can also join the Bigshooterist channel right here on YouTube. How cool is that? If you just like to discuss guns, probably the best place to do that is on Facebook, facebook.com/guntestvids. Thanks so much to those of you who've already joined. Thanks to those of you who are gonna join. Welcome aboard. Till next time, have fun and be safe.